It has been so long since I've sat in this room to film a video, it actually feels really weird. I have been filming primarily on my iPhone and editing on my iPhone or editing on my laptop. I haven't even touched this computer in a while, but hopefully I can get used to being back in here again. Let's talk. I know why a lot of you have clicked on this video because of the title of the thumbnail, and I'm going to talk about it right here at the beginning of the video, but I have a favor to ask of you before I talk about it. I want you to make it all the way to the end of this video. Just try your best to listen to what I have to say and pay attention, please. And if you're somebody who normally does that, drop a like or dislike on this video. That's up to you. It's still an engagement either way. Leave a comment, positive or negative, doesn't matter. Still an engagement either way. If you really want to go over the top, share this video with other people because I really want people to hear what I have to say in this video. It's really important to me. So I have to be very careful about what I say here, and I can't go into a lot of detail, but this is what my lawyer has told me I can say publicly, so I'm going to say it exactly the way he told me to say it. So due to the incident that happened last September, there was an arrest warrant issued for me on May the 7th. I was made aware of it, and I traveled home as soon as I could and turned myself in on May the 12th. I was processed in about 3.5 hours. We posted bail after I was processed, and then I've been awaiting in my home ever since, waiting for trial. And that's a pretty slow process. We've entered a plea of not guilty, and my lawyer is doing his job. And keep in mind, this is not going to take a day or a week or a month. I genuinely don't know if it'll be done in 6 months or a year. This is a very slow process, so be prepared for that to be very slow. I know you want to hear more. I know you want me to talk about the individual specifics, but unfortunately, this is a legal proceeding now, and I'm going to do something I'm very bad at doing, and that's keeping my stupid mouth shut. What I can say, though, is that the support that I've gotten from this has been overwhelming, to say the least. Some of the biggest creators on the platform have reached out to me in DMs and said very kind things. People have tweeted very kind things. People in my community, my neighbors, my friends, they've all been absurdly supportive, and my audience as well, you watching this. Most of you have been supportive. I mean, there's obviously always going to be outliers and naysayers and contrarians, and those people exist, and it's okay. You're allowed to have your opinion on this. You're allowed to think whatever you want to think. I support your right to do that. But for those of you who've chosen the side of kindness and love and support, thank you. You're genuinely helping me through this quite a bit. This is loving to do something I've done very little of in the last 14 years, and that is kind of back away from social media. I went from tweeting 20 times a day to tweeting maybe 2 or 3 times a day. I went from thinking about YouTube 24 hours a day to just barely thinking about it. I haven't live streamed in a month. This is in a lot of ways just a hobby I used to do. It feels weird doing it again right now, and I really want to get back to it, but that involves you. A lot of people have expressed a desire to help here, and I really appreciate that. Somebody offered to set up a GoFundMe for legal proceedings, and we're definitely not at that point yet. I don't think it's ever going to come to that point. I have money in the bank. I'm glad to pay for all of this myself. I don't want you worrying about that. That's something that I can definitely handle. For those of you who still want to help beyond that, though, good news, you're already doing it. You clicked on this video, you made it this far into this video. If you want to be a super trooper and go above and beyond, watch my future videos. Watch the previous videos I've uploaded in the last month. Share these videos, like these videos, subscribe to the channel. You're already doing the thing. So just keep doing this thing. It puts a little bit of ad revenue in my pocket to recoup the losses. It allows me to entertain you. It allows you to entertain me with your likes and your comments and your kindness online. And boy, I'm thriving on that. It's what's kept me from having daily Twitter meltdowns. The kindness that I've seen on the internet has just made it pretty amazing. Thank you. The good news, though, is a lifetime of therapy and learning tools and practicing. A nice healthy dose of Zoloft every day, the occasional dose of medical marijuana due to my medical license, and just practicing with exercise and spending time with friends and getting away from the internet has managed to help me do better in this current situation than I have done in any other situation, whether it be my divorce, whether it be my gastric bypass surgery, or just any of the other drama that I've experienced online. I feel like I'm acing this one. I know that's very disappointing to a lot of people. They're here for the drama. They're here for their lolcow to spit milk in their mouth, and I'm trying real hard not to do that for you. I'm sure I'll screw up eventually. Between now and whatever happens, I'm hoping to upload to the YouTube channel. I've got a bunch of scripts that I've written down on my phone while traveling, stuff that I wanted to film here, and then eventually I want to get back out and traveling. And the traveling videos are not doing very well, and that's okay. I understand. It's weird to ask people to look at your vacation videos. I know that's exactly what I'm doing. 20, 30,000 of you are watching them though, and that's great. That's more than I was expecting. I'm really happy for it, but it seems to me that you guys want videos like this. You want set down videos. You want me to talk about stuff. You want commentary. You want me to go back to video games. These are things I'm planning to do between now and whatever happens with this court case. I understand that since 2018, I've become a very controversial figure here on YouTube. And I understand why. I completely lost my mind and I started doing things that no sane person would ever do under any circumstance. And now that I'm relatively sane, I have to live in the nightmarish hellscape that my mental illness has created for me. It's not fun. The vast majority of the internet is very critical of me these days. Some for obviously very fair, very reasonable reasons. And then there is that small group of people who feel the need to LARP and make up stuff and pretend stuff that's real that's not. And then they convince other people that the stuff that's not real is real. And then there's a lot of people out there who dislike me for just completely made up reasons. And it's really frustrating. I don't know what to do about that. But here's what I want to do. I want to entertain you, the person who made it all the way to the end of this video. I want to make videos that entertain and inspire and hopefully educate and just make you feel good about the dumpster fire of a world that we're living in. Maybe makes you feel a little bit better about yourself. I don't care how I do that. Serve as a good example, serve as a bad example. It doesn't matter. If you're entertained and you feel better about your life and you feel inspired to have a better life than the one I have, hey, I'm all for it. And if I'm being particularly greedy, I would like to find a new audience as well. I would like to win back some of that previous audience that I have lost. And the way that we do that is by you clicking on every video that I upload, by you dropping likes on those videos. And if you really want to go the extra mile, if you really want to be a superhero, you can share those videos as well with people you think who might like what I'm currently uploading. I know my content isn't great. I know it's not amazing. I know it's not comparable to what most people watch here on the platform these days. But I do think it's decent. I do think it's interesting, and I do think it should have its own audience, and I want you to help me find that audience. I don't care about mainstream appeal. I don't want to be Jake or Logan Paul. I don't want to be Philip DeFranco. I definitely don't want to be Wings or Redemption or Darkside Phil. I just want to be me, and I just want to have the small audience that I can foster and entertain and inspire, and I just really need your help doing it, and it would mean the world to me if you offer that help. So I'm going to go work on the many other things that I have going on right now. I'm writing a book. I'm working on a card game. And all that stuff is past due. So I'm going to go try to work on that stuff and try to keep myself sane while you guys enjoy this video. Guys, as always, you know this. Say it with me. Thanks for watching. I love you very much. And I will speak with you again soon. I look forward to being a very sane person for you if my brain lets me.